James Madison, known as the father of the American Constitution, was also the founding father, and the fourth President of America. Madison was a great politician who always strived for a strong and transparent democracy. He advocated the need for a constitution and played a pivotal role in its development. Madison was the Secretary of State to Thomas Jefferson, and contributed to major reforms that America underwent. Madison was an architect of ideas and stood responsible for reforms like the Virginia Plan, Federalist Papers and the Bill of Rights. He also co-founded the Republican-Democratic Party and the University of Virginia with Jefferson. Madison's thoughts on political issues was valued even after his retirement. His quotations and thoughts are very valuable in spheres of political thought and democracy. His ideas, policies, works and thoughts were able to bring about changes in the U.S. Here is a compilation of James Madison quotes on religion, government, democracy, constitution, liberty, etc. Knowledge will forever govern ignorance, and a people who mean to be their own governors must arm themselves with the power which knowledge gives. It will be of little avail to the people that the laws are made by men of their own choice if the laws be so voluminous that they cannot be read, or so incoherent that they cannot be understood. The ultimate authority resides in the people, and that if the federal government got too powerful and overstepped its authority, then the people would develop plans of resistance and resort to arms. We have staked the whole future of our new nation, not upon the power of government, far from it. We have staked the future of all our political constitutions upon the capacity of each of ourselves to govern ourselves according to the moral principles of the Ten Commandments. We are free today substantially, but the day will come when our republic will be an impossibility. It will be an impossibility because wealth will be concentrated in the hands of a few. A republic cannot stand upon bayonets, and when the day comes when the wealth of the nation will be in the hands of a few, then we must rely upon the wisdom of the best elements in the country to readjust the laws of the nations to the changed conditions. Knowledge will forever govern ignorance, and a people who mean to be their own governors must arm themselves with the power which knowledge gives. I believe there are more instances of the abridgment of freedom of the people by gradual and silent encroachments by those in power than by violent and sudden usurpations. I believe there are more instances of the abridgment of freedom of the people by gradual and silent encroachments by those in power than by violent and sudden usurpations. If Congress can do whatever in their discretion can be done by money, and will promote the general welfare, the government is no longer a limited one, possessing enumerated powers, but an indefinite one. It will be of little avail to the people that the laws are made by men of their own choice if the laws be so voluminous that they cannot be read, or so incoherent that they cannot be understood. What a perversion of the normal order of things, to make power the primary and central object of the social system, and liberty but its satellite. A people armed and free forms a barrier against the enterprises of ambition and is a bulwark for the nation against foreign invasion and domestic oppression. The people shall not be deprived or abridged of their right to speak, or to publish their sentiments, and the freedom of the press, as one of the great bulwarks of liberty, shall be inviolable. The powers delegated by the proposed Constitution to the federal government are few and defined. Those which are to remain in the state governments are numerous and indefinite. The former will be exercised principally on external objects, as war, peace, negotiation and foreign commerce. The powers reserved to the several states will extend to all the objects which in the ordinary course of affairs, concern the lives and liberties, and properties of the people, and the internal order, improvement and prosperity of the state. I cannot undertake to lay my finger on the article of the Constitution which granted a right to Congress of expending, on objects of benevolence, the money of their constituents. The future and success of America is not in this Constitution, but in the laws of God upon which this Constitution is founded. Democracies have been found incompatible with personal security or the rights of property, and in general been as short in their lives as they have been violent in their death. If there be a principle that ought not to be questioned within the United States, it is that every man has a right to abolish an old government and establish a new one. This principle is not only recorded in every public archive, written in every American heart, and sealed with the blood of American martyrs, but is the only lawful tenure by which the United States hold their existence as a nation. The civil rights of none shall be abridged on account of religious belief or worship, nor shall any national religion be established, nor shall the full and equal rights of conscience be in any manner, or on any pretext infringed.